do you think is the reason why Colonel Garma would specifically mention your name, mention your name as the one in charge of releasing funds for the successful operation of the war on drugs? So it is very clear that it is not I who reach out to her, but it is Miss Muking who reached out to me.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we lift the contempt order for Miss Cassandra Ong. Pag hindi po namin nilift yung contempt order for you, alam mo, baka buwan ka makakulong.
Yes, sir.
Until such time that the Supreme Court will decide for it.
Miss Muking, do you know Colonel Garma?
Professionally, Mr. Chair, yes.
And why do you say professionally? Anong difference nun sa sa trabaho lang kayo nag...
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So that's what professionally means.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, but outside of the profession, hindi ho ba kayo nagkakasama, nagkakakwentuhan?
Never, Mr. Chair.
Never. So, how did you know si Colonel Garma?
Si Colonel Garma lang po ang precinct commander sa Davao City na babae. So,
that's
hindi,
why,
so kilala talaga siya.
That's why kilala siya because
Yes,
she's the
Mr. Chair.
only...
Girl among the precinct, the 12 precinct commanders of Davao City.
Okay. So, more or less, mga ilang taon na kayo magkakilala ni Colonel Garma?
Parang, I don't know kung kailan siya napasok sa Davao City po. Nakilala ko lang talaga siya, Mr. Chair. Pasensya na po. Kasi makulit siya, Mr. Chair.
Makulit.
Opo.
Makulit dahil, ikaw ba ang kinukulit?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Bakit ikaw ang kinukulit? Ito kasama sa professional relationship.
Yes,
ninyo.
Mr. Chair. Very professional.
So, paano kanya kinukulit mismo?
Meron kasing request, as I have mentioned earlier, yung mga precinct commander para sa support from the city government of Davao. Tapos, one of those requests is care of kay Colonel Garma, which is the repair of her office. And kasi po, di ba po, meron naman pong process ang government pag meron kang request. So you have to go through po yung sa general services, meron pa po yung purchase order, purchase request. Kinikulit niya po kami doon sa mga aircon niya na request, mga TV, and other supplies. So kaya namin siya kilala, Mr. Chair.
So, in relation to her, parang financial request yan, di ba? Funding request.
No, not funding, Mr. Chair, but office equipment and office supplies.
Yeah, but she requests your office to provide her with funds to purchase...
No, item. It's an equipment.
So, yung item kayo...
No cash, no
So,
funds.
kayo bumibili and then you provide them with the items.
Pinoprocess po yan ng City General Services.
Granting, for the sake of argument, that it has already been processed, you have the item with you, that is what you provide.
That's right, Mr. Chair.
That is to answer yung kanyang request.
That's right, Mr.
So,
Chair.
yun ang kanyang, kaya mo na sabing makulit siya dahil follow-up siya ng follow-up.
Hindi po humihinto, Mr. Chair.
So, hindi humihinto.
Yes, Mr.
So,
Chair.
parang, the way I picture it, parang sobrang kulit niya. Tama ba yun?
Actually, Mr. Chair,
Now, that is the only request, yung kanyang sa office niya.
as far as I can remember, Mr. Chair, yun lang po ang ma-recall ko. kay
Did
Colonel.
she ever request from you? At ikaw lang ang kinakausap niya?
Actually, Mr. Chair, hindi naman po talaga ako lang. So,
Sino pa? Sino pa kaya ang kinakausap?
forward ko po yung staff niya sa City General Services Office para makafocus din po ako sa ibang task.
So, you seem to have several tasks under the LGU, no? LGU ba yan?
Mostly administrative, Mr. Chair.
Okay. And who do you report directly? Who is your immediate superior?
The Chief of Staff, Mr. Chair.
And that is?
Actually, from 2004 to 2016, we have several Chief of Staff.
Several chief of staff.
Yes, every term po. Parang,
Palit-
yes.
Okay. So, lahat ba ng police precinct commander kapag ka merong request ay sa iyo dumadaan?
Actually, Mr. Chair, pinoprocess siya doon sa reception area namin. Tapos, parang part of my task is tagapukpok po ng mga opisina kung saan po sila may request.
Have you read the affidavit submitted by Colonel Garma to the Quad?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And doon sa kanyang affidavit, nabanggit niya na your name was implicated doon sa punto na ikaw ang nagre-release ng operational funds. Is that correct?
No, Mr. Chair.
So hindi totoong nagre-release ka ng funds?
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
So why do you think Colonel Garma would say that?
I cannot answer in behalf of Colonel Garma, Mr. Chair.
Just make a wild guess. What do you think is the reason why Colonel Garma would specifically mention your name, mention your name as the one in charge of releasing funds for the successful operation of the war on drugs? Bakit ikaw? Meron ka pang ibang kasama sa office, correct?
Guess ko lang po, Mr.
Yeah,
Chair.
just a guess. Sa tingin mo?
Baka gusto niya lang po akong i-connect. Kasi po, from the city government of Davao to OP. Parang ako siguro yung nakikita niyang linyada. Guess ko lang.
Okay, so, linyada kay former president.
Probably, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, do you directly report to the former president?
No, Mr. Chair.
To whom do you directly report?
As I have said earlier, Mr. Chair, from 2016 to 2018, to then SAP, Senator Bongo, then from 2018 to 2022, Yusek Melchor Kitain, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so, dito muna, nung ASEC ka kay SAP, former SAP, now Senator Bongo.
That's right, Mr. Chair.
Can you give us, or at least educate us, ano ang iyong work sa office ng SAP? Specifically kay Senator Bongo.
As I have said earlier, Mr. Chair, it's mostly administrative, clerical, errands, social services, and mechanical works.
What about appointments?
That's part of the...
Social.
No, Mr. Chair, that's part of the admin.
So, admin yun.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, halimbawa, merong gusto makipag-usap ni Congressman Adjong kay SAP Bongo, si Congressman Adjong will call you and schedule.
I believe hindi niya ako tatawagan kasi hindi niya ako kilala, Mr. Chair.
But where does a member of Congress who would like to see SAP Bongo request an appointment?
Actually, si Sap Bongo kasi, Mr. Chair, is madaling malapitan. So, lahat ata ng congressman, I believe, direct na nagtitext sa kanya and direct din po siyang sumasagot.
Lahat?
Almost all. As
Okay.
far as I know, Mr. Chair.
Just to make it clear, ako ba nakita mo ako? Lumapit ba ako sa'yo?
Hindi, Mr. Chair. But I believe, Mr. Chair, parang nautusan ako before to reach out sa inyo.
Sa akin?
Pero hindi mo nyo lang po ako sinagot.
So, hindi tayo nagkausap.
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
So, it is very clear that it is not I who reach out to her, but it is Miss Muking who reach out to me. May I know kung bakit?
Para ata yung i-clarify yung parang may request sa office, Mr. Chair. Ang gusto lang namin mostly kasi, Mr. Chair, pag may pumapasok na request sa office, gina-clarify po talaga namin kung what's your priority among your requests.
You mean request na mga projects?
Part of it, Mr. Chair.
You know, I've been in Congress for more than 20 years. I don't remember requesting from your office any project. Just for the record,
Mr.
Ms.
Chair,
Muking.
I did not specifically say that it is a project, but probably because I really cannot recall anymore.
So, ibig mong sabihin, kapag ikaw inuutusan to reach out to a certain congressman, it is because of a project or a request.
Hindi po lahat, Mr. Chair.
So,
kasi,
other than projects and other requests, you also seek or reach out certain congressman upon the instruction of the former SAP.
Yes, at that time yung
And
siya pa yung-
normally, what other reasons did the former SAP instruct you to do aside from following up request of certain congressmen?
Most of the time, Mr. Chair, mga medical assistants.
And that is very clear. Kasi ako, hindi naman ako humingi ng medical assistance sa inyo.
Yes, Mr.
Diba?
Chair.
So,
Chair,
do you
Mr.
know a
Chair.
certain Peter?
Yeah, just to
Yes,
set the
Con-
record straight,
yes, Congressman Adjong.
para hindi ho tayo magkaliwanagan. You mean to say, Congressman, during the presidency of Digong, the former President Duterte,
Yes po.
when you were in Malacanang.
Yes, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
just to set the record straight, because we're talking about now the 19th Congress. Have I ever called you?
Actually, Mr. Chair, nakalimutan ko na po talaga kung sino din yung pong
Yeah,
nakakausap.
because I was not part of Congress last. This is my
Ay,
first term.
so kaya nga, Mr. Chair, I cannot recall.
Just set the record straight, ha?
Yes,
Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, short interjection lang din po kay Miss Smoking.
Oh, sige, okay. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Kasi natanong po kanina, dahil nga napangalanan po si Miss Smoking sa affidavit ni Colonel Garma na meron daw alias Smoking na taga-disburse ng rewards under the drug war at ito po ay dinedeny ni Miss Smoking. Confirm, tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yeah. So Mr. Chair, kung dinedenay po ang nasa affidavit ni Colonel Garma, pero aside po kasi kay Colonel Garma, mismo si former President Rodrigo Duterte ay meron pong pinangalan ng alias Smoking din, both sa Senado tsaka maging dito sa Quadcom, Mr. Chair, based sa questions ng mga mababatas natin in both chambers. So, Mr. Chair, ngayon po itatanong ko, based naman sa sinabi ng dating Pangulo, in-insist pa rin po ba ni Ms. Smoking na wala siyang dinidisburse na pera in relation to the drug war?
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
Kahit po operational expenses para sa mga pulis na nagpatubad ng drug war?
Wala po talaga, Mr. Chair.
Or rewards sa mga napapatay with varying degrees? Wala rin pong nilalabas na pera?
Wala po talaga, Mr. Chair.
Kung ganun, Mr. Chair, then given na merong directly contradicting na mga sinasabi under oath, on one hand, yung sinabi ni Colonel Garma at ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, and on the other hand, si Ms. Smoking, then Mr. Chair, merong at least isa dun sa mga tao na iyon who are lying under oath. And that demands further inquiry and questioning by legislators. Yun lang, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you for asking my question, Congressman Manuel. But before we continue, maybe I'd like to say that yung ating pong mga bisita ay you are now excused, Nanay and Mrs. Asuncion. And sana po sa susunod na Quadcom hearing ay makadalo pa rin kayo. Maraming salamat po. Pasensya na po kayo. Inabot po tayo ng... and that, of course, Dr.
Actually, I have questions to Dr. Raquel Fortun, but if you're already tired, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Mukhang sanay si Dr. Fortun sa puyatan eh. So, as I was saying earlier, Ms. Muking, do you know a certain Peter Parungo?
No, Mr. Chair.
So you don't know Peter Parungo?
No, Mr. Chair.
Kasi sa affidavit ni Colonel Garma, nabasa mo naman siguro, na binanggit niya na si Peter Parungo, as she termed it, no, is the striker ng CIDG. I don't know what a striker means, but si Congressman Acop educated us as yes, or striker is actually a utility personnel ng CIDG. At siya ang inuutusan. And at one instance, lumapit daw itong si Mr. Peter Parungo kay Colonel Garma at ang sinabi niya ay, Ma'am, masyado na pong malaking pera ang pumapasok sa aking account. If I'm not mistaken, what he was trying to say is that he opened several bank accounts and that is where pumapasok yung pera na apparently ay galing sa'yo. upon the instructions of either former SAP, now Senator Bongo, or the former president. So, kung hindi mo kilala si Peter Parungo, paano ka nakakapagbigay ng operational fund assistance sa ating mga kapulisan?
Hindi po ako nagbibigay ng operational fund assistance sa mga kapulisan.
Ang ibig sabihin, hindi tama yung sinabi ni former President Duterte. Dahil sinabi niya, sa hearing niya natin dito, sinabi niya na it is through you na na ikaw ang inuutusan na mag-release ng operational fund or reimbursements.
Hindi po through me, Mr. Chair.
So, hindi through you.
Hindi po talaga, Mr. Chair.
Sa office nyo, sino kaya?
Wala po sa office namin, Mr. Chair.
Wala
Wala po
sa
kaming
office nyo.
funds.
So, hindi
Under
to-
OSAP, wala po kaming funds.
So, hindi ho totoo ang sinasabi ni Mr. President.
I believe, Mr. Chair. Baka, sorry, Mr. Chair. Baka merong ibang agency but not from us, Mr. Chair.
Ilan ba ang mooking sa Office of the President?
Ako lang po, Mr. Chair.
So, isa lang, ikaw lang.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Are you called by any other name? Napa ba mong lain nga angga?
Mooking lang yun, Mr.
Mooking
Chair.
lang. Okay, sige, salamat. So, I believe Congressman Keith Flores is the next interpolator. Thank you. I probably ate so much of your time, but this time you will have extra.
No.
Congressman Flores, you have 15 minutes.
I just have a few questions to Muking, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, kasi ang what has been established is that at one point in time, Senator Bato has said that there were reimbursement for operation. The same was also said by the President himself, na may reimbursements silang ginawa to some operations of the police officers. And in both instances, sinasabi nila na it was through you, indirectly through you daw, to Muking, ang reimbursements na spent. And since there is no other Muking, ikaw lang yung, of course, ang natural first person that would come into mind. But at the same time, it may also be na itong funds that are given for you to dispense may not have been termed as reimbursements or whatever. Pero has there anything like that happened?
Wala po talaga akong funds na ginadispense, Mr.
So
Chair.
you don't give out anything?
Never po, Mr. Chair, kasi hindi po talaga ako naging disbursing officer.
Okay. So but then why would these people say na sa'yo? Yan ang question ko eh. Kasi parang imposible naman na they'd all refer to you and at the same time, it is not you.
Hindi ko po alam, Mr.
So
Chair.
walang instance na like let's say inutusan ka, bigay mo to kang ano or something like that.
Wala
Or
po
bayaran mo ang gastos nila kasi they spent this much.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, wala po talaga, Mr. Chair.
But without reference to like this is the fund from the drug war, this is to reward them, nothing like that. Walang.
Wala po talaga,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
So, in the other aspect naman, like yung your function as ASEC before and then USEC, a lot of congressmen, including myself in the 18th Congress, have reached out to Senator BG for help, no? Lalo na nung COVID, because everyone was really in searching for funds for hospitalization because, di ba, ang nangyari nun is sarado mostly ang mga hospitals because they're converted into COVID centers and napipilitan yung mga citizens to go to private hospitals, which is expensive. And they all come to politicians like congressmen, governors, mayors for help in the medical assistance. No? And this is where usually SAP comes in. No? Parang, he helps out, no? Parang in allocating some... may mga AIP na ba that time?
I believe, Mr. Chair, meron pero hindi pa po siya well-funded.
Hindi pa ganun kalaki.
That's
diba?
right, Mr. Chair.
Or the Malasakit was also started by SAP by that
Yes,
time na.
nakastart na po nun, Mr. Chair.
So, there were instances na some either politicians, governors, mayors, congressmen who would go to SBG for help. Tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And SBG sometimes would also respond either directly or sometimes through you. Di ba?
Referral, Mr. Chair.
Referral,
Kasi,
like,
yes,
let's say,
kasi po hindi na po siya SAP at that time during the COVID.
Senator na.
Senator na po siya, Mr.
So,
Chair.
sabihin niyang, sagutin mo to si ano na okay na yung request or something like that.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Parang nire-refer po kayo sa amin sa OP.
Yeah.
Kasi po si OP po ang may funding, Mr. Chair.
Because this is the first time we met. Tama mo ba? Miss Muking?
First time we met pero
But
maraming
I've known
times
of you,
na po
di ba?
tayong nag-uusap
Yes, we've already communicated several times in the past.
in the past, Mr.
While
Chair.
you were with the
Office of the
President as ASEC and USEC later on, eventually.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
But it wasn't that frequent naman, di ba, Muking?
Hindi naman po,
It was,
Mr.
I think, I followed up on some, lalo na yung FLR,
Yes, Mr.
yung
Chair.
for late release
For
na-
signature of the President.
for signature of the
Yes,
President.
Mr. Chair.
Di ba? And we were all scrambling kasi patapos na yung taon at hindi pa
Hindi pa
napirmahan
siya nalabas.
ni President at that time. So, you were parang siguro an important figure when it comes to the FLR at that time. Or not important. I'll rephrase that. No? Hindi naman important, but you were one of the persons na makakapag-connect with other politicians na nagfa-follow up sa FLR.
Malalaman talaga namin, Mr. Chair, kasi after po evaluation sa Office of the Executive Secretary, inaakyat po siya sa office ng OSAP para po i-prepare namin for the signature of the President. So,
May usap pa ba that time?
yes, Mr. Chair,
Sino-
until the end of the term of the
Sino nga pumalit kay SBG?
at Yusek Melchor Kitain po.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, but parang everyone seems to be referring to SBG pa rin as parang SAP. Kasi parang nasanayan na eh when he was special assistant. And
Kasi
even,
he usually refers to us, Mr. Chair.
so binabato niya sa inyo.
That's right, Mr. Chair.
But under kitain na. at
Yes,
the time.
Mr. Chair.
Okay. That's why a lot of parang politicians and would have had a chance to have talked to you before or something.
Yes,
or
Mr.
communicated with you man lang.
Yes, Mr. Chair, kasi lumalapit sila kay Senator Bong, tapos hindi na din po siya senator, no? Ang ginagawa ni Senator
Ay, hindi
Bong...
na siya SAP. Senator na
Ay,
siya.
hindi na po siya SAP noon.
So, binabato sa inyo?
Binabato sa amin, kaya tinatawagan po namin yung nagpapatulong po.
When you say binabato sa inyo as SAP office, Special Assistant to the President Office.
OSAP po, Mr. Chair.
OSAP, but under a different secretary na.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And that is Melchor Kitain na that time.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Ang ano lang talaga dito, Ms. Muking, no, I hope you understand, is the question on why your name was mentioned by the others. Yun lang, even until now, that still remains to be unanswered in my mind, no? Parang even if you gave that explanation, hindi ko lang alam why they would, in one way or another, end up referring to you as the person who supposedly gave the reimbursement.
Given the chance, Mr. Chair, gusto ko din pong itanong po yan, Mr. Chair.
That'd be good. Huh? Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Ms. Muking.
Thank you, Congressman Pete Flores. So, with that, before we finally close, may we recognize first Congressman Paduano.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is all about admin matters before we close. And Mr. Chairman, can I ask Major Laraga? Major Laraga.
Si Major
Please.
Laraga, nandito po
Yeah,
ba si
please
Major
take your
Laraga?
seat. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, before I proceed with Major Laraga, to retired General Wilkins, General, just to remind you of your right to file a motion in the squad committee. You can file it yesterday or tomorrow or onwards. Now, with regards to the letter of former Deputy Ombudsman Arthur Carandang on his role during his stint as Deputy Ombudsman and was mentioned by former Senator Trillanes. Mr. Chairman, we will just discuss this in the next hearing and we will invite former Senator Trillanes with regards to this.
Yes, Congressman Paduano. That's
Thank you.
noted.
Now, in the case of Cassandra Ong, let me announce to the members of this committee that a motion to lift contempt and detention order was filed by Cassandra Ong, and on the basis of medical condition, she is sick. She is currently detained at the Correctional Institution for Women, and the doctors of the CIW and the House of Representatives confirmed that he is not fit to attend and withstand the congressional hearings. With this, Mr. Chairman, I move that we lift the contempt order for Ms. Cassandra Ong. So
Second.
move.
There is a motion to lift the contempt order of Ms. Cassandra Leong, and this was duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Comsec, please communicate with the CIW and to the lawyers of Ms. Cassandra Leong of the decision of the Quad Committee. Please proceed, Congressman Paduano.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Next is the motion to lift the contempt and detention order for Mr. Tony Yang. He is now detained under the custody of the PAOK, and for the fact that there is a pending case that was filed by the BID for Mr. Tony Yang, and his medical condition as of now, he is sick, currently confined at the St. Luke's Hospital in Taguig with a doctor's certificate, Mr. Chairman. With this, Mr. Chairman, I move to lift the contempt order for Mr. Tony Yang.
Second.
There is a motion to lift the contempt order of Mr. Tony Yang, duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Comsec, please coordinate with the lawyers of Mr. Tony Yang as well as his doctors. Please proceed, Congressman Paduano.
Let me proceed, Mr. Chairman, in the case of Ms. Alice Go, alias Agua Gawaping, alias Alice Go. He is now detained by virtue of the court order in connection with the criminal case filed against her, and of course, a contempt order was also issued by this House, Mr. Chairman. With that, Mr. Chairman, since Alice Go is now detained by virtue of the court order, I move that we lift the contempt order for Ms. Goaping, alias Alice Go. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion to lift the contempt order of Ms. Go Waping, also known as Alice Go, who is now presently incarcerated at the Pasig City Jail. And this motion was duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Comsec, please coordinate with the lawyers as well as the Pasig City Jail. Please continue,
Thank you,
Congressman
Mr.
Paduano.
Chairman. And lastly, Mr. Chairman, to the motion to lift the contempt order for Major Leo Raraga. Before I move, Mr. Chairman, I just like to remind Major Leo Raraga and of course to the other resource persons and witnesses being invited in this committee, because in your case you filed a Supreme Court certiorari, no? Motion for certiorari in the Supreme Court.
Yes, sir.
But alam mo naman po, when in fact kayo have talked to the COMSEC, pag hindi po namin nilift yung contempt order for you, alam mo baka buwan ka makakulong.
Yes, sir.
Until such time that the Supreme Court will decide for it.
Yes, sir.
Now, in the spirit of Christmas, Mr. Chairman, just to remind you, and you should talk to your lawyer in
Yes,
regards
sir.
to that.
Yes, sir.
So,
Mr. Chair, I'd just like to make manifestation when it comes to the certiorari
With the
filed.
indulgence of Congressman
Yeah,
Paduano.
with the
yes.
indulgence of that would be. I have here my lawyer friends, and it's contradictory. He's asking us to lift the contempt order while he's filing a Supreme Court questioning the mandate and the powers and the authority of the Quadcom. How can that be reconciled?
Well,
Mr. Chair.
earlier there was the same question that was raised to Major Laraga, and we asked him to confer with his lawyers. with respect to the certiorari that he filed before the Supreme Court. Now, sabi nga ni Congressman Paduano, kapag hinintay natin ang desisyon ng Supreme Court dyan, kahit na tayo ay willing naman na desisyonan
Yes,
ng
willing
kanyang
naman
contempt
tayo.
order, then therefore, he will have to wait and be detained until kingdom come. Now that we are on the verge of lifting the contempt order, perhaps the issue would become moot because hindi na po siya nakadetain. What is the pleasure
Well,
of
I'm just
Congressman?
citing you. I'm not objecting to that motion. I'm just putting that into record because we have a resource person who has been cited in contempt for a violation of our Section 11. And he's challenging that, the very power that we had, the contempt power, and he's challenging that before Supreme Court. So now he's asking the same committee who has cited him in contempt, questioning that power to contempt before the Supreme Court. So to me, Mr. Chair, it's something that is irreconcilable. But then again, I'm just putting that into record because we might face another in the future, another predicament. And this might serve as a lesson, advice
we will
to
welcome
Major-
anyone who will go up to the Supreme Court and challenge the decision of the committee. And that is their right. And we will respect that. Now, with respect to the issue at hand, on the case of Major Laraga, I would like to ask Congressman Paduano for his action.
Mr. Chairman, once again, I just like to inform everyone that I have talked to Major Larga a few hours ago, and he apologized for it, no, for filing a certiorari in the Supreme Court, and I explained to him because there are a lot of cases na dito sa House po na pareho rin sa sitwasyon mo. So that's why sabi ko nga sa kanya, you better talk to your lawyer kasi po, a lot of contempt orders was already issued here and some of them filed in Supreme Court. Wala po. Question of due process, pinapadaan po namin dito sa due process. Well, in fact, even in the case kanina ni General Wilkins, nag-warn ako, binigyan ko pa siya ng pagkakataon na baguhin niya yung previous statement, wala. So that's why I moved to cite him in contempt. Now, Major Larga, so in the spirit of Christmas, Mr. Chairman, I move to lift the contempt order for Major Leo Larga.
With
So moved.
emphasis on in the spirit of Christmas, because that issue was already raised earlier, and we asked Major Laraga to confer with his lawyers, and I believe that he has already decided to, upon the advice of his lawyers, to probably withdraw the certiorari. But absent that, and independent on the decision of the court on that certiorari, the chair and the committee would follow the motion of Congressman Paduano. And the motion is, there is a motion to lift the contempt order imposed on Major Laraga. And,
second, Mr. Chair.
And this was seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none. Again, are there any objections? Hearing none. That only means that the motion is carried. So the contempt order is now lifted. Comsec, please coordinate with SAA. And saan ka ba nakadetain? Sa Quezon City Jail, no?
Yes, sir. Quezon City Jail, sir.
And Quezon City Jail. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman, just to update everyone, sa case po ni Colonel Grijaldo, until now po is on process na sa hospital pa rin. And anyway, if you want to have a meeting, we can do it though by next week or even during the break with regards to the position of this honorable committee to Major Colonel Grijaldo.
Yes, that is true.
But-
And the plenary has given the committees power to conduct hearings even during breaks. So, conducting another hearing via online or via Zoom is possible with the Quad Committee.
But to inform everyone that the contempt order was already received and signed by Colonel Grijaldo, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
And lastly, Mr. Chairman, I would like to announce to the members after this suspension, we will turn over one of the fugitive, no, is a police staff sergeant that surrenders to the Quadcom. Mamaya po, we will turn over to the NBI after this the suspension of this hearing.
A fugitive?
Yeah, fugitive staff sergeant with a warrant of arrest, and he surrendered. No, certain Staff Sergeant Jerry's Jordan, formerly assigned Station 11 QCPD. So NBI, okay na po ba? Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, NBI. Thank you.
So, where is Mr. Jordan?
Nasa holding room.
And he will be turned over to the NBI.
Yes, Chairman.
So he surrendered. He asked Quadcom to turn him over to the NBI.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, it was facilitated by friends from the PNP, and he's just asking that he will be in the custody of the NBI while the case is ongoing. So I talked to the NBI, Mr. Chairman, a few hours ago, and they allow us to turn over the former Staff Sergeant Jerry Jordan.
But just to put it on record that you were not cuddling a fugitive.
No, nag-surrender po sa atin because of the trust of that person to the Quadcom.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Congressman Paduano. Since there are no other matters to be discussed, I'd like to thank all our resource persons and ask for your patience for having or asking you to stay until this late hour of the evening. So I do hope that in the next Quadcom hearings, if ever you will be invited, please attend and cooperate with the Quad. Para po ito sa bayan. So maraming salamat, and our Senior Deputy Speaker will deliver his closing remarks.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. At this is my final word for the year 2024. During our first hearing, we convened in Bacolor, Pampanga, up to now. And this is the summation and the fruit of what Congressman Acop delivered, showed to the screen. And I would like to thank my fellow congresspersons, the members of this 19th Congress. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pag-attend na itong napaka-importanting hearing. And of course, the four chairperson of this committee headed by our senior chair, Kong Ace, Kong Dan, Kong Benny, and of course, Kong Karaps, and our Vice Chair, overall Vice Chair, Kong Romy Acop. And I would like also to thank all the resource persons who cooperate in this hearing na nangyari po dito sa ating Quadcom. And I would like to thank our viewers, almost 1 million viewers from this morning, from different platform. Nagtiyaga po kayo, nasa abroad po kayo, saan man kayo. Maraming salamat po. Kung may problema po kayo, isumbong nyo sa Quadcom.
Bago yun.
Bago yun. Okay. Well, anyway, maraming salamat po. On behalf of our Speaker Martin Romualdez, and the entire House of Representatives, the Secretariat, all the COMSEC, and down the line, I would like to express my gratitude. At sa inyo pong lahat, maraming salamat. Magkita-kita po tayo para sa bagong teleserye. Christmas.
Merry Christmas
so,
po
sa inyo po lahat, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I think sana magiging fruitful at peaceful ang ating 2025. From the bottom of our hearts, wishing you a Merry Christmas.
Is there any
And a
motion?
Happy New Year. Thank you po.
Maraming salamat, SDS. Is there any motion?
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Acop?
since there are no more issues to be tackled, I respectfully move that we suspend the hearing of this committee.
Second.
There is a
Second.
motion to suspend this committee hearing, duly seconded, and hearing no objection. The motion is carried. The committee hearing is hereby suspended. Merry Christmas po sa lahat.